McCordsville Elementary School presents the PTO Readathon, where children read for at least 30 minutes a day to win prizes and raise money for our school. And now for a special story time from a staff member at MES.
What's up, McCordsville? Trowbridge here to read you a story. Now, when the PTO asked me to read a book, I had a hard time deciding which book I wanted to read because when I was your age, I wasn't into reading until my mom got me this book right here. It's a Calvin and Hobbes book. I'm gonna turn it around, and it made me the person I am today. It made me want to be an artist. It made me want to be funny. I think this book is great. I like it so much that I actually have the very last comic strip that the Indianapolis Star ever published of Calvin and Hobbes. Super important to me, and I'm going to read you a bunch of the strips, and I'm going to have some help. Mrs. Greenlee and Mr. Bays and Mr. Vail and Mrs. Trowbridge and Mrs. Carter are all going to help me bring Calvin and Hobbes the comic strip to life for you. So let's get started.
Help me with this homework, okay? What's 6 plus 3?
6 plus 3. Well, this one is a bit tricky. First, we call the answer y, as in, why do we care? Now, y may be a square number, so we'll draw a square and make this side 6 and that side 3. Then we'll measure the diagonal.
I don't remember the teacher explaining it like this.
She probably doesn't know higher math. When you deal with high numbers, you need higher math.
But this diagonal is just a little under 2.
Okay, here I'll draw a bigger square.
Hey, no comic books until you finish your homework.
I did finish.
That didn't take very long. Did you do a good job?
I did a great job. When you're as far ahead of the class as I am, it doesn't take much time.
Well, we'll see about that when I get back from my parent-teacher conference with Miss Wormwood.
You're gonna talk to my teacher?
I'm sure it will be an informative meeting.
Gosh, I forgot to tell you. Miss Wormwood said I was so good you didn't need to bother coming. Really, she said you don't have to go. Oh man, Mom went to a parent-teacher conference. I'm as good as dead. Miss Wormwood would tell Mom all sorts of horror stories about me.
Horror stories?
Well, it's all a question of perspective. Still, I think I should be allowed to have a lawyer present at the meeting.
What are you going to say when your mom gets back?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Buddy, if you think I'm gonna be here, you're crazy.
Calvin,
Yike! You're home! I didn't even finish lies! Everything Miss Wormwood said about me was a lie. She just doesn't like me. She hates little boys. It's not my fault. I'm not to blame. She told you about the noodles, right? It wasn't me. Nobody saw me. I was framed. I wouldn't do anything like that. I'm innocent, I tell you.
What noodles?
Oh, did I say noodles? You must have heard wrong. I didn't say noodles.
I'm home.
How was your meeting with Calvin's teacher?
Well, when we got to the classroom, we saw that all the kids had drawn self-portraits in art class and had left the pictures on their desks so the parents would recognize their child's seat.
That's a cute idea. Did you find Calvin's picture?
There was one drawing of a green kid with fangs, 6 eyes, and his finger up his nose.
Uh-oh.
The meeting went downhill from there.
Okay, Calvin, let's check over your math homework.
Let's not and say we did.
Your teacher says you need to spend more time on it. Have a seat.
More time? I already spent 10 whole minutes on it. 10 minutes, shot, wasted, down the drain.
You've written here 8 plus 4 equals 7. Now you know that's not right.
So it was off a little bit. Sue me.
You can't add things and come out with less than you started with.
I can do that. It's a free country. I've got my rights.
Let's start at the beginning. When you add something, you increase what you have. You combine.
I don't want to learn this. It's completely irrelevant to my life.
This isn't irrelevant. Everyone needs to know this.
I don't. I can get along fine without math.
Oh yeah? What do you want to be when you grow up? Every job requires some math.
That's not true. I'll be a caveman. Yeah.
That's not really a job. Here, maybe this will make more sense. I have 8 pennies. I ask you for 4 more.
I say forget it. You're the one with a steady paycheck.
Just give me 4 pennies. Good. How much money do I have now?
Investments and all?
No, just here on the table.
8 cents.
No, 8 plus 4 is 12. See? Count them up.
But those 4 are mine.
How's the math lesson going?
Pretty good. I think Calvin sees the idea now. I took pennies and showed how adding and subtracting them changed how much money he had. It's not so abstract that way.
Good. Maybe he'll do better in class now.
I think he will. He was having fun with it by the end.
Now give me another 5 cents and let's see what I have.
Wait a minute.
Boy, I feel sharp. I know this math stuff cold. I'm ready for anything. I hope the teacher calls on me. I hope I get to demonstrate a problem at the board. I'll impress everyone.
Here, Susie, take one sheet and pass the rest across.
What's this?
A math quiz.
Hot dog!
Don't try to copy my answers this time, Calvin, or I'll tell.
Ha! Who needs your answers? I bet I get a better score than you do.
You? That'll be the day.
I'll bet you 25 cents I get a higher grade.
You're on.
You might as well give me the quarter now and save yourself the humiliation later.
Maybe you'd like to increase the wager, Mr. Big Mouth?
Yeah, let's double it and make it 35 cents. Man, this is going to be great. Not only am I going to ace this quiz, but I'm going to win a quarter from Susie when I get a better score than she does. Okay, the first problem is 6 plus 5. Oh, easy. The answer is, His spacecraft quietly humming, the incredible Spaceman Spiff approaches the 6th planet of the Mysterio system. A small red spacecraft breaks through the cloud cover of Mysterio System Planet 6. At the controls is none other than our fearless hero, Spaceman Spiff. Piloting over the lifeless world, he reflects on his unusual mission. To somehow crash Planets 6 and 5 together. In a scientific mission to discover what happens when 2 planets collide, Spaceman Spiff drops anchor. The anchor catches on a hillside. Spiff downshifts and guns the motor. Imperceptibly at first, the planet slowly moves, towed along by our hero, until... breaking orbit, Planet 6 picks up speed, hurling toward Planet 5. Pulled by Spaceman Spiff, Planet 6 is about to collide with Planet 5. With no time to lose, our hero cuts loose the anchor and flies to safety. The planets crash, grinding and shattering with awful force. Planet 5, being smaller, is crunched to dust. Only 6 remains.
Time. Pass your papers forward.
Time? I just finished the first problem. But how can our time be up? I just did the first problem on the quiz. Where did the time go? Guess. Pick random numbers. Maybe a few will be right by sheer luck. 15, 104, 3, 27.
Hand it in, Calvin. Your time's up.
Don't forget, we have a bet on who gets the higher grade.
The bet's off. I don't gamble. No bets.
I got a perfect score on my quiz.
You got a perfect score?
What did you get? If you missed any, you owe me 25 cents.
I ran out of time. I'd have a perfect score too if I had a few more minutes.
What did you get?
It's biological. Girls mature faster than boys. You just got a better grade because you're a girl. It's not fair.
Pay up.
Maybe it's opposite day. Maybe all these X's mean my answers are correct. Maybe your A is really an F. That must be it. I win the bet.
How did you do on your math quiz?
I flunked it, but only because I ran out of time. The worst part, though, was that Susie Durkins won our bet on who'd get the better score. I had to pay her 25 cents. But get this, I cheated her. I only gave her 3 dimes. Ha ha!
I think you'd better study harder.
Oh, now don't you start on me.
This has been the PTO Readathon. What are you reading?